Well, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh. All those who are seen but like to remain unseen. So, seed does not necessarily reflect what the tree is. So, there is a beautiful Upanishad story in which the father says, climb onto this fig tree, and fig trees are huge, as we know. And so he climbed up a fig tree, brought a fig down, and opened the fig. And the seeds of a fig are like dust. And he asked the child to place the fig seeds onto his palm, and they were tiny little dust. And then the father asked the child, can you see the tree in the seed? And this was the moment of enlightenment for that child. And the same is true for us. For we are the seeds which hide this tree called divinity. And this tree called divinity can be nurtured and opened and cultivated because it is like a plant growing. It is a growth. So it is something that is first recognized. You have to recognize something is a seed. If you don't recognize the seed, then you may not put it to the use it's supposed to be. So, according to the kind of Gurmat wisdom, life is a seed. Life is a potentiality. It's a potential. So, with the launch of the new flame premises today, this is something that the Flame Center has been really focused on. Now, when we look at health, we look at health from a position of the mind, because again, doesn't matter what the current biomedical model may think or try to believe, health begins with the mind. And with health, with the mind, then we look at the mirroring of the emotions, and with that, we look at the physiology, not the other way around. So if you're ignorant about health, you're ignorant about mind, you're ignorant about health. And this is really where the Flame Center has focused its model of health. That there is this growth of human potentiality. And this growth of human potential has different levels of, what word shall I use? States or stages of consciousness. Let's call them stages of consciousness. So you can have a state of consciousness which changes, but a stage of consciousness is a little bit more permanent fixture. So this is an internal evolution of awareness and consciousness. And as our awareness is directed consciousness, just to make life easy, right? As we become more conscious of self, this consciousness has a capacity to expand. That expansion, that consciousness is the self. Okay, there isn't something that's outside that. There isn't something observing consciousness. You are that, right? This is the potentiality. So when we begin to reach this space first gives us a sense of contentment and a sense of compassion. So compassion will come about first to do with yourself, which is how you've lived your life, and then it's extended to others. Okay, so when we bring santokh and daya, when we bring contentment and compassion, which is the organic rising of this compassion, when these two merge, they give rise to an ethical space. This ethical space then becomes the foundation for wisdom, which is experiential knowledge, right? And intuition, wisdom. As this wisdom expands, we begin to realize, okay, so let me give you an example. Say the wisdom arises where you recognize that your body, let's just look at it very gross, that your body is made out of 5 different elements, right? So there's a solid element, there's a liquid element, there's a gas element, there's like a fire element, and then there is the form that you occupy. And this wisdom dawns on you because you do a little bit of breath meditation, you recognize the body is changing, you recognize that everything is impermanent. Few things come together in order to give you this wisdom. Once you see this wisdom, then your approach, your consciousness with reality changes, meaning you begin to see everything else in the same way. So your worldview changes, everything else changes. The unfolding moment of now, which we can be achieved through the breath meditation relatively. This harmony gives rise to what I would say is a capacity to direct intention towards something. Intention is the direction of your awareness towards something, an object. An object, it could be imagination, it could be a person, etc. So intention is that desire which is then directed attention towards an object of desire. This process of putting things together, this process of intention and attention allows a process of co-creation, let's call it that at this stage, a process of co-creation. Now, as are our deeds, so become our attachments. So I want to go in a different direction and then try and bring the two together. As are our deeds, so become our attachments. As is our awareness, so becomes our thinking, so becomes our words, and so become our deeds. So you can see how the mind plays an absolutely critical role in this. If we are not aware, if we are not mindful of where our focus is being directed, because the war that we are in is a war not to do with land and resources. Those are just the external thing. It's to do with consciousness. It's to do with where your worldview is. Take it down the religious route, take it down the political route, take it down the virus route. It's about hijacking your awareness. And because your awareness is the most valuable capacity that you have, the most valuable. Without awareness, there is no difference between you being here or you being comatose. Awareness gives you that capacity to be able to exercise this innate ability that you have to create and to harmonize yourself with creation. So you will have noticed that we have through particularly the propaganda that we keep hearing, and I call it propaganda, as we called in April, that the whole thing seems to be a little bit dodgy. That this constant fear-based information, number of people who are dying, number of people who are infected, this constant fear-based information is having an impact on humanity. It's having an impact on everyday people. It's having an impact. Why? Because awareness is directed towards that. It is compelled. Your awareness, you are compelled to listen to it. Put any radios on, put any TV on, and within 5 minutes or even less than that, there will be a reference to do with this. So you have this from everywhere. If you happen to be living in a jungle or happen to have the understanding to switch your TV off or your information devices off, you might realize actually life is not that stressful. Life is not that anxious. Now, this impact that it's having on individuals, this hijacking of awareness is extremely, extremely detrimental to health. It's extremely detrimental to health. Not because the virus is going to kill you. No. Far before that, we will have done enough damages with wearing the mask, restricting oxygen intake, increasing CO2 within yourself, making your blood acidic if it isn't acidic, or suddenly making it more acidic, lowering the voltage within your body such that your body cannot repair itself. And all of this combined with the immunity that gets knocked down because your flight fright response is on, you've got cortisol, you've adrenaline, you've got glucose, your sleep is disrupted. Add to that a bit of insecurity of not having jobs, or where jobs are going, or how the economy is going. All this fear, all this process impacts your health. So when you put this together and you put the winter months that are coming ahead, you can understand the impact that this can have on one's health and well-being and those around you. So hijack of a process of inducing threat, inducing fear, language. So, what is the thing that everyone fears? Everyone fears dying. Why? Because you don't know the process of death, nor do we know death is. Because death, that too, the secret about death has been kept away. So maybe one of the talks we'll do is what does it mean to die and what in you will die? If you are made out of the whole matrix called the ocean, you are this wave that emerges and this wave that submerges. Then what dies? What lives? Then when you consider people or like the works of Professor Stevenson on past life reincarnation, or Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, some of her work with terminally ill children, you realize that we have a misconception of what that is and how. So these threats that are being induced are to do with your ego. And your ego is really the content of your mind. Let's make that easy, right? It's just the content of your mind, your thought processes, your sense of self, trying to preserve it. That's its default mode. So when we go into this meditation space, we step behind that. This allows that to switch off these flight response systems. This allows the emotional and the physical body to find some kind of harmony. And this harmony then kicks off the cultivation of your human potential. It's putting the water, it's nurturing the seed. So I began with the tree is contained in the seed. But I will also now tell you, seed determines the fruit. Seed determines the fruit. What is the seed? Seed is the method of your meditation. Your method of meditation will determine the fruit of your meditation. And this is a whole subject in itself, which I will probably, if we have capacity to share this with you. So the seed contains the tree, but the seed determines the fruit. So if the seed is unhealthy, the fruit will be unhealthy. If the seed is based on meditation that it takes you through the process of nirvana, samadhi, extraordinary experiences, etc., then whoever you get the seed from needs to know what they are doing, because it's a journey and it's a very significant journey. So important to know that you are the seed and you within you contain the tree. Important to know that if we select the right type of meditation, then that meditation enables that seed to find the right environment and circumstances in order to actualize, self-realize, and then attain sovereignty. And really, this is what we've been doing over the last 4 or 5 months through our interaction, is giving individuals the real tools to find real health. But now I want to try and add some transpersonal context. Why do I want to add this? Because this is what is demand now. The demand of the energy now is an energy in which we are going to increasingly recognize how a suppressed, pressurized ego reacts in ways that are quite violent. But we're also going to become a little bit more deeper reflections about what does it mean to be human? What does it mean to be alive? Do we really want to go through another Second World War? Do we really want to go where Nazis are putting people into concentration camps? Do we really want to destroy all those lives as the World War One, Afghanistan war, Yemeni war, Iraq war? Is that what humanity wants? because what we have coming before us is that choice, is that choice. So, time for us as human beings to take responsibility and to determine our own sovereignty, to recognize that, and then to harmonize that with the unfolding nature of existence, allow the ego to take second stage, allow your heart to lead the way. And therefore, we can synchronize with the unfolding hukam and become co creators of something that is of value to humanity and existence. Otherwise, my friends, our life has been a waste of time. And all we've done is just created more burden on this beautiful planet called Earth, which is absolutely infused with all the myriad colors of existence, consciousness, in every single way, in every single form, in plants, in trees, in microbes, in everything. There is nothing else but that in its infinite forms. And if we don't take responsibility, then I'm afraid it'll be done for us, and it is being done for us. It is being done for us, and it is a profoundly healing process. May we all be awake to this healing process. May we be grateful for every single moment of our life. May we be grateful for every single moment of our life. May we be grateful for the hardships that allow us to wake up and move forward. May we be grateful for the fact that we can breathe. May we be grateful that we can maintain the status quo and just go down this dark path. And many will, many will. But then there are others that will start creating, or have started creating an alternative reality. And thank God for that. Or thank the existence for that. Or thank yourself for that. Okay, so today's meditation, I think we'll do the heart meditation. And after the heart meditation, we will start to move into the consciousness space. So the first part is going to be the heart coherence meditation. And then the second part is it's just going to try and be as seamless as possible. So when you're ready, close your eyes, close your mouth, just relax a little bit, shake your shoulders, and draw a slow, deep breath in. Bring to your focus your body as best as you can. Notice if you can. Do you sense your body as a blur, or do you sense it as very refined with a distinct outline? Or is there just a sense of your body? Try and see if you can get some feel of that experience. Now, just take a note of what sensations are present within your body at this moment. No judgment, just notice them, locate them. Now, bring your focus as you breathe in to wherever you're sitting. Notice the sensations where you can feel the body against whatever you're sitting at. Bring this focus up so you become aware of your hips and your pelvis. Out, allow this focus to slowly move down your thighs towards your knees. From your knees, move this focus down to your ankles. From your ankles, move this focus down towards your feet. And now from your feet, move it to the base of your feet, to the soles of your feet as best as you can. And what you can notice, what sensations are present there now. Bring your focus back to the chair or the floor you're sitting on. Again, notice the sensation, but also notice how you're held in place, how you're embedded in that moment of now, in that space right now. Notice that space you're surrounded by. Notice the sounds that you're surrounded by. Bringing your focus back to wherever you're sitting. And as you breathe in, bring this focus up your back. So you become aware of your lower back. Breathe in, bring this focus even further up to your middle back. Up towards your shoulder blades. From your shoulders, move your focus down towards your elbows, down towards your wrists. Becoming aware of the palms of your hands, becoming aware of the fingers on your hands. Move your focus to your face. Notice if it feels tense, allow it to relax. Notice your eyes. Bring your focus to the darkness you can see. Now you only have awareness of this darkness because you have awareness. So awareness is always there. You just have awareness of different things. Sometimes you're aware that you're aware. Most of the time, you are not even aware that you're aware. So notice the darkness. Allow this part of the body to relax, your eyes to soften. Move your focus to your mouth. Notice your tongue. Allow it to soften. Allow it to relax. Notice the sensations on the surface of your tongue. Allow your tongue to soften. Notice the sensations within your mouth. Allow your jaw to soften. As you breathe in, bring your focus back to yourself. Notice how the body feels. Bring your focus to your chest. Notice how you feel. Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel uncomfortable? And now take your focus to your breath. And simply begin to notice the breath moving in, the breath moving out. When you're ready, for men, put your left hand on your chest first and the right hand on top. And for women, it's the right hand first, left hand on top. And hold your focus where the palm of your hand makes contact with your chest. Hold your focus there. Imagine that your breath, you're breathing from that space itself. That way you make contact with your chest, the breath flows in and the breath flows out from that point. Hold your focus there, imagining that your breath flows from that part itself. The breath enters the chest through the front, and the breath leaves from the chest. Now, as you breathe in, count 1 to 6. And as you breathe out, count 1 to 6 within your mind. 1 to 6 as you breathe in, 1 to 6 as you breathe out. 1 to 6 as you breathe in, 1 to 6 as you breathe out. 1 to 6 as you breathe in, 1 to 6 as you breathe out. Now see if you can slow your breath slightly. So perhaps you can count 1 to 7 as you breathe in, 1 to 7 as you breathe out, or whatever's comfortable for you. Extending your breath just a little bit longer. Slowing your breath in, slowing your breath out. 1 to 7 as you breathe in, 1 to 7 as you breathe out. Okay, we're going to try and slow our breath down just again. Last time. As slow as you can. Breathing in. As slow as you can, breathing out. And if it helps, you can count 1 to 8 as you breathe in. 1 to 8 as you breathe out. Or whatever's comfortable. Hold your focus on slowing that breath down. Hold your focus. Slowing it down a little bit more. And when you feel that there's hardly a breath, your face is relaxed, bring to your mind someone that you love, someone that you love. Could be dead or alive. Could be a pet, could be a friend. And as you bring them to your mind, to your imagination, See if it invokes a feeling of being loved, or a feeling of loving. Thinking about someone who loves you. Allow that feeling to become stronger. Think about the person that loves you, or the one that you love. Notice the emotion change within you. And when you begin to feel that heartfelt warmth of knowing what it means to be loved, what it means to love, doesn't matter what you love, it is the experience of loving. Allow it to grow. And when you're ready, draw a slow, deep breath in. Hold that breath. And when you're ready, relax. Going back to your breath, you can allow your hands to leave your chest and find a comfortable space. Your eyes are still closed, your mouth is still closed. Your focus is on your breath now. Stay with your breath. Now bring your focus to your outer breath as best as you can. Follow your out breath all the way till the end, allowing the breath to breathe by itself. Notice how your breath feels now. Does it feel fast? Does it feel slow? Does it feel long? Does it feel short? Does it feel warm or does it feel cold? Does your breath have a sound? Try and listen to the sound of your breath as best as you can. On your next breath out, open your awareness and begin to listen to the sounds around you. Follow the sound of this bell as far as you can. Allow the sound to take you deep into the silence of yourself. This place of silence and stillness is your inner sanctuary. It is the core of your being. This core of your being is the very energy that begins to germinate and bring out the tree from the seed that you are. Allow yourself to let go and become one with the silence at the end of this bell. When you're ready, gently bring your focus back to your breath. On your next breath out, expand your awareness so you become aware of your whole body as best as you can. Notice you're sitting in the same place that you began. Notice you can sense your hips, your thighs, all the way down to your legs, feet, and the soles of your feet. Notice that your back is straight and upright. Your shoulders, arms, and hands are relaxed and comfortable. Your eyes are still closed. Your mouth is still closed. Your face is relaxed. Coming back to your breath. Breathing in, you can sense your body. Breathing out, you can sense your body. can sense your body. Breathing out, you can sense your body. When you hear the next bell, use this bell to draw a few deep breaths in. And when you're ready, gently coming out, opening your eyes and bringing some of that peace back with you. Wait till the bell finishes. Thank you very much for joining us. Hope you found that as peaceful as I did. Today marks an important day for the Flame Center, and I want to extend a personal thanks to all the family that have helped create a very special place for bringing together the teachings of the ancient multidisciplinary methods of medicine, bringing medicine practices that deal with the mind, deal with emotions, deal with the physical, and deal with the transpersonal. Thank you much to every space. Forget anyone's name. So, thank you very much. Be safe. Know that this week marks the change of the energy, and this energy has a capacity to become volatile and erratic, chaotic, even I would say. Probably around the 9th, 10th of the month, we will become more prominent, or certainly towards the middle of the month. So look after yourself. Know that you are part of this great ocean and you're looked after well. All you need to know is just recognize that you're looked after. That's enough. So may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be peaceful, may you be safe in everything that you do. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Akala.